So when you get told that you're going on tour, there are a plethora of emotions that's going to be running through your mind. You're going to be so happy that you're finally going on tour because that's what you joined the army for. But also there's going to be just that little pang of worry inside you as well, that you're going to be worried about what's going to happen on tour, sometimes what even your job is going to be on tour. So I just want to give you 5 tips, my top 5 tips, because I've been on a load of tours, that I always do before I go on tour, that'll really help you with going on tour, help you prepare for tour, and also try and cut some of that worry out. So tip number 1 is a packing list. Make sure that you have a packing list of everything that you want to take on tour with you. Now, you would have been on a number of exercises before you go on tour, so you would have had time to make up a burden and you'll know exactly what to take on tour with you. You should also get a packing list from your hierarchy as well. But the key to a packing list is to make sure that you take some things off it and add some things onto it every time you go on exercise. So by the end of, say, a couple of exercises over the period of years, you have the perfect packing list. Now, if you're new to the military, like I was before I went on my first tour, I was only 3 months into my very first working unit before I did my first tour, like 22 years ago. I went round and asked people what they are taking on tour. Ask the guys that have been in the army for a while what they're going to take, and then you can make your own packing list from there. I would also advise to get a second burger, because before you go on tour, you're going to be doing a lot of fizz to get you ready as well. So you want a burger with all the correct weights in for when you're doing your fitness, and then you want another burger that is pre-packed, ready to go whenever you get the notice that you are going to go. So tip number 1 is pre-pack your burger as best as you can with your packing list. Tip number 2 is get all your affairs in order. Now, with regards to getting your affairs in order, you're going to want to leave, if you're single, you're going to want to leave all your bank account information for your parents just in case the worst happens, okay? Just in case. Leave all information to all bank accounts, any insurances that you have, leave that for the parents or your parents, so that if anything did happen, they can sort out your affairs for you. Also, but if you're married, you're going to want to, if you, as the primary earner, and you deal with all your electricity, gas, bank details, all your subscriptions, you need to leave all of that for your partner or spouse as well. So whilst you're away, they have full access to everything, and you're going to run them through how to take care of things if things go wrong in your house as well, especially on camp. Make sure you leave them the numbers for Carillion and companies that can come in and fix any problems should there be any problems whilst you're away and you're unable to do that. So make sure you get your affairs in order, leave everything for your parents, and also make sure your spouse knows exactly what to do in an emergency. And also you should have a will already on JPA. If you don't, make sure you make a will. Tip number 3 is life insurance. Make sure you have life insurance before you go, or accident insurance, so that if anything happens out there and you lose a limb or you break your legs or anything like that, you have insurance to pay out. So a lot of people might go with packs, which you can pay quite a lot for the top tier of packs, and that is a really good payout. And also make sure spouse or family members have access to this as well. But life insurance and accident insurance and injury insurance is critical before you go on tour. Tip number 4, this is a big one. Do not get any disciplinary issues before you go. So when you get told that you're going on tour, and if you're going as part of a company or a squadron, you're going to go out on a couple of nights out. That is an absolute guarantee. It's the army. If you go out on a couple of nights out, go enjoy yourself, have a load of drinks. That's absolutely fine should you want to. But don't get into any disciplinary issues, because if you do, that will stop you from going on tour. And you do not want to get into any issues that may follow you on tour as well, with the civilian police that are looking for you. So you need to cut all that out now. Don't get into any disciplinary issues and you'll be absolutely fine. Tip number 5. This is quite important now. So for tip number 5, you want to, if you've got any niggling injuries or any of your teeth are hurting for whatever reason and you don't want to go to the dentist and you don't want to go to the med center, you need to go now. You need to get all that sorted out before you go. You should get a medical and physical before you go on tour anyway, but the fact is they're just going to have a look around your mouth or ask you if you're okay at the med center. You need to get all your issues out now so you go out on tour completely fit and healthy. You may not have any time whatsoever to go to the med center or dental center while you're out there, or if they do have one out there, it might be very limited and you do not want to get sent back for a root canal, or if you've got a bad shoulder or a bad knee and it stops you doing anything. You need to get it sorted now before you go. And final tip, this one should be, everyone should know this one. However, I went on tour once and the first question that this one fezzer asked was, where's the laundry? Because he took all his dirty laundry out there with him. He didn't bother to wash and dry his clothes. So just make sure once you've packed that burger of yours and you're good to go, everything is spick and span, nice and clean, and you don't have to worry about it, because I've never forgotten it, and it went and it just spread around our company like wildfire, and he was just known as the Fez from that day on. So get out there, all completely clean, kit packed, pressed, ready to go. If you do have any questions, please just ask right after you've liked and subscribed. Take care, bye.